I recently swapped out my 2 lead-acid batteries for 2 lithium iron phosphate batteries. I'll link that video at the end of this video and in the description below. The lithium iron phosphate batteries are slightly bigger batteries than the lead-acid batteries, so I couldn't continue to use the same battery boxes. So instead of just buying larger plastic battery boxes, I decided to buy a big box that I could put both batteries in and also some tools in it. I also wanted to be able to lock the box so that I could protect my new, more expensive batteries from theft. I decided to buy a 30-inch aluminum truck box from Princess Auto. I think I paid $89 for it. I'll put the link to that and other items that I show in this installation. I'll put it in the description below. There's a couple things I had to figure out. I had to figure out how to secure the box to the trailer, and then how to secure the batteries in the box so they wouldn't bounce around. So let's get to the installation. First thing to do is remove the old batteries and the old battery boxes. The screws were all rusted, so I just ripped out the boxes. I moved the battery cables out of the way. As you can see, the metal rails that held the battery boxes are L-shaped. I decided to just set the aluminum box on top of them. I then put the box on the rails to figure out the best placement for it. I wanted to be able to open it wide and be able to get the key in the lock easily. I decided to create a template using the cardboard box that the aluminum box came in. I could determine the correct fitting using the cardboard. That way, if I made any mistakes, it would just be on the cardboard and not on the aluminum box. I cut out the cardboard the same size as the base of the box. In marker, I marked the top, right, left, front, and back. I put the cardboard in place on the trailer tongue and put the box on top to make sure it was all correct. I adjusted the box to the exact place I wanted it to be. 1 inch, 1 inch, I made sure the cardboard was lined up correctly with the box, then took the box off. Now these U-bolts are 2 3/4 here, and this is only 1 3/4. So I need to put these on properly. So for example, this one like this, I don't want to put that one like that, because then the whole thing can move back and forth. So if that one's like that, then this one needs to be tight like this. Then it can't move either way. So that's how I need to put that on. For this one here, I want to have it tight up against this edge. Like this. And do the same thing on that side so it can't move back and forth that way. So it's going to be like that. And like that. And it can't move back and forth this way. So I put this where I want it, and then I use hole punch just to mark it. So if that one's like that, this one needs to be like this. So we don't have to put it anywhere particular. Let's just put this through here to test her out. And I can see I already did that wrong. Look at that. There and there, the whole thing can slide back and forth. So this is in the wrong position. I need to redo this. And that's why we do it with cardboard first, instead of drilling holes into the bottom of my box. So I don't want to use these holes, I want to use these holes. It's not screwed on tight, but as you can see, it doesn't move anywhere now, either way. It is excellent like that. So, this is our template for marking the bottom of the box. Next, I put the box on top of the cardboard, ensuring they lined up and everything was still correct. I then took the box and cardboard off, placing it upside down. I then used a marker to mark all the holes through the template onto the box. I drilled the holes using a step bit and made the holes big enough for the U-bolt to fit through. Next was to decide where and how to put the battery cables into the box. So I'm going to feed the cables through here. Both these cables are going to go in through the side. Now that will cause a water leak if I just put a hole in there. So what I have are these waterproof cable glands. So you feed the cable through here, you tighten this up, it tightens around the cable, and it's waterproof. And that fits in right there. So I'm going to cut 2 holes here to feed the cables through. Now they're not going to fit with these ends on, so I'm going to cut off these ends and put new ends on. There, perfect. In order to ensure the batteries don't move around in the box, I decided to make a wooden cutout in the floor of the box. I cut down the original cardboard template to fit in the box. I used it to cut out a piece of plywood. I then put the batteries in and measured to ensure they were centered along the back of the box. I used a marker and outlined the batteries on the plywood. I used a jigsaw to cut out the shape of the batteries. I put the plywood in the box and put the batteries in to ensure a proper fit. I then attached the box to the trailer tongue with the U-bolts. I stripped some of the wires so I could put new wire terminal connectors on. Luckily, a neighbor had a crimper that I could borrow. This is for crimping it. It's a crimper. I fed the wires through the waterproof cable glands and the side of the box. I then used the crimper to put the connectors on the wire. I drilled a couple of holes through the plywood and the bottom of the box so that I could put an eye-leg bolt on each side to attach a strap to secure the batteries in place. I connected the batteries in parallel. The trailer battery cables go to positive on one battery and negative on the other. I then put on 18-inch 4-gauge battery cables. Positive to positive, negative to negative. I took the styrofoam that came in the package with the batteries and cut off the back and one side on each so that I can fit them both over the batteries. Using the previously installed eye-lag bolts, I attached a strap and secured the batteries in place. So that's it, now I'm completely done. So I have the batteries so they can't move forward or backward or front and back by the cutout at the bottom. I then put the styrofoam on top to prevent any arcing, or if I'm throwing tools in or something, to prevent touching the posts to cause a problem. And then I strapped it down with a buckle strap. Now they're very secure. Tighten this up. Batteries aren't going to go up or down now. So now the batteries are completely secure, and there's no way to accidentally touch the posts when I open it and throw some tools in or whatever. I think this is the safest way, and I'm pretty happy with it. So this installation is complete. In here, I keep a few items. I keep things like the wrench for putting down the stabilizer jacks. I also keep the wrench for our weight distribution system that attaches to here. I keep a little level to level the trailer, and I keep the wheel chocks in here. So it's a really nice, handy little spot right on the front of the trailer. And actually, the two lithium batteries and the box combined weigh considerably less than just the two lead acid batteries that I had on there.